Hello. In my previous video, we covered the topic of what is God and what is God made of. And we arrived at a conclusion that God is consciousness. Consciousness is intelligent energy. That is where we concluded our previous video. In this video, we shall cover, does God have a form or is he formless? Before we come into this question proper, let me delve a little more into the infinite ocean of consciousness. That's God. The infinite ocean of consciousness contains atoms, not the material atoms, not the material world atoms comprising proton, electron and neutrons and their subparticles. The atoms in the ocean of consciousness are the cosmic atoms, and we can call the infinite ocean of consciousness the cosmic ocean. So now we will stick to the term cosmic ocean for the infinite ocean of consciousness. Cosmic ocean is a shorter term and easier to recall. We have seen that the cosmic ocean is made of intelligent energy. And intelligence is a feature exclusively of living beings. And since the cosmic ocean is intelligent, it is a living being. So God is a living being. Now, let me give you an analogy for the cosmic ocean. Mind you, an analogy is never perfect. In my previous video, in which I said that God is the infinite ocean of consciousness, someone asked me, ocean is saline, ocean has salt water. So if God is an ocean, then is God salty? So these kind of questions should not arise. An analogy has limited application to understand a certain aspect of a subject, which otherwise would be difficult to understand. But an analogy is not applicable throughout. We will take the analogy of a bottle of perfume, an open bottle of perfume, kept, say, at the corner of this room. Within a few minutes, the smell of the perfume spreads throughout the room. So we say that the perfume is in the bottle and in the room. The difference is only in the concentration. Inside the bottle, the perfume is highly concentrated, and outside the bottle, in the room, it is dilute. But the qualities are the same. The perfume that fills the room has diffused from the bottle of perfume. Just as the perfume has diffused from the bottle, similarly, some of the cosmic atoms from the cosmic ocean diffuse outside of the ocean. The cosmic ocean plus the diffused cosmic atoms together remain infinite. The diffused divinity, the diffused cosmic energy is what I think is called Holy Spirit in Christianity, all-pervading Holy Spirit, or is called Brahman in Hinduism. The concept of Holy Spirit is there also in Judaism. In Islam, there is a concept of Nur, which is an all-pervading light. In Islam, it is not clear what light is this. Some scholars say it is the light of Prophet Muhammad. Some say no. Because if it is the light of Prophet Muhammad, then that would mean that Prophet Muhammad is a supernatural being, which he is not, which he was not. Some other scholars say the light or the Nur in Islam is knowledge of Islam. So there are various interpretations of the word Nur, but I find it most acceptable to me a verse in the Holy Quran which says, God is the light of the heavens and the earth. So light is there. Whether that light is Noor or some other light, that we don't know. There is no unanimity in Islamic word over this. But there is light of God. So that is the same as Brahman in Hinduism. And mind you, the Brahman in Hinduism is also called Brahma Jyoti. That means the light of God. So there we have Islam shaking hands with Hinduism. Both talk about the light of God. Hinduism explains it in a detailed way, Islam does not. But the concept is the same. Okay, we have seen that the cosmic ocean is the cause of all causes. We arrive at this by retracing the cause and effect chain and reaching a cause which had no prior cause. And that cause is what we call the cosmic ocean. So it contains, the cosmic ocean contains the cosmic atoms which have one causative factor. One causative factor. A factor, what's a factor? To understand this, just consider I have to buy a car. I want to buy a car for which I need money. So I have the money with me in my hand or in the bank. The car I want to buy is not in the money. The car I want to buy is not in the money, but the money is a factor that enables me to buy the car. Okay? Now back to the cosmic ocean. There is a causative factor in that. That causes other factors, but not inside the ocean. Just as my car is not inside the money, the factors that are caused by the mother cause, by the causative factor, is not inside the factor itself or inside the cosmic ocean. The cosmic ocean projects some factors that come into interplay to produce the material world. These factors which are projected or maybe ejected from the cosmic ocean are the material world atoms, comprising protons, electrons, neutrons, and particles even smaller than them. The factors that are projected out of the cosmic ocean come into an interplay and produce four broad elements: earth, air, water, and fire. Four broad elements. They are not elements strictly in the scientific sense. You can call them types of materials. The material world is a patch outside of the cosmic ocean, but within the zone where diffused contents from the ocean are present. So the material patch is located in the midst of the diffused cosmic atoms. So when the material creation happens, the mountains, the rivers, the earth itself, all material, all matter, they are formed by interaction of the material molecules, material atoms. But as they interact and form mass, they also capture a little of the cosmic atoms. That means the material patch is surrounded on all sides by cosmic atoms, and since it encapsulates some cosmic atoms, it also contains cosmic atoms. And since cosmic atoms are part of God, we say God is around the material creation and also inside it. So God is in the material world and the material world is in God. And that space within the material formation, that space occupied by the cosmic atom is called Akash in Sanskrit. Material science can't figure out what is contained in that space. So science calls it just space. The Hindu theory of creation, as I just explained, is echoed in Greek philosophy too. And in Greek philosophy, that space is called ether. ether is a chemical with no properties. But modern science did not find ether, so they call it space or void. Hopefully science will advance further in the time to come and discover it is not void or empty space. It contains the particle of God, the cosmic atom, which makes the material form worthy of worship. In other words, there is God in everything. There is God in nature. Muslims go to Mecca and perform certain respectful rituals to the black stone outside the Kaaba called Hajar Al-Aswad. You ask a Muslim why he does it, why he wants to touch and kiss the Hajar Al-Aswad, the black stone there. He will say, Prophet Muhammad used to do it, so he also wants to do it. He does not worship that stone. He does not even worship Prophet Muhammad. He worships only God. But he has to do that ritual to the stone because Prophet Muhammad used to do it. That's the only reason he has. But ask a Hindu why he worships nature, and he will draw from the theory of creation that God is in nature and nature is in God. Worship nature, worshipping God. And it is not just the Hindu theory of creation. That same theory is reflected in Greek philosophy, which is much newer. Comparatively, Greek philosophy is newer, it's more recent than Hindu philosophy. Plus, the philosophy has also been explained by science that yes, it is possible for energy to convert into mass. It's possible for the cosmic energy to convert into material mass. When my father was in school, he learnt in science that mass cannot be created or destroyed. And energy too cannot be created or destroyed. That means the quantity of mass in the creation is constant, and the quantity of energy in the creation is constant. But when I was in school, I learned something different, because the frontiers of science, the frontiers of knowledge gained by science had expanded. I was taught, and children today are taught, that mass and energy are interconvertible. Mass is nothing but concentrated form of energy. So the Hindu theory that the cosmic ocean, which is energy, creates mass, this proposition baffled people earlier. When the world started hearing of Hinduism from the Europeans, that time this knowledge was not existent, that mass and energy are interconvertible. So this theory was not taken seriously. It was taken as humbug by many people. But Einstein proved, much later in history, it is not humbug. He did not prove that Hinduism or Hindu theory is not humbug. He did not prove that. What he proved works out to an endorsement or to kind of a certificate that the theory of Hinduism, that mass is created from energy, is not humbug. It is a credible theory. In fact, no incarnation, no God-man, no prophet, no messenger, no anybody has helped us understand the process of creation as Albert Einstein has. So today we have considered how the material nature is made from the cosmic energy. This sets the stage for us to consider who are we, how are we made, how are living beings made. This will be our topic for the next video. Thank you.